Good morning, guys. It's weigh-in day, so let's get the weight done and then let's go for a ride in the UTV, and we'll talk about how I formed some habits and how long it took me to get my lifestyle changes to where they are right now. I'm by no means complete yet with that project, but we're still working on it. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Let's go get the weight and talk about my blood sugar this week. Okay guys, I got lots to do today, so we got to get this out of the way. But before we start the weight, I wanted to tell you what my blood sugar was last week. Because as you know, my doctor said, since I came off the Mounjaro about almost 4 months ago now, you guys, 4 months, my doctor said if my blood sugar got up above 140 on a weekly average basis, that we would have to go on another diabetic medicine. So far so good. I haven't exceeded 140 on any given week yet. Last week I was at 133, so I'm kind of inching up there, but I've kind of been at that 130, 135, 138, just below 140 for months. This week, it was 133 last week. This week it's even lower at 128. I don't know if it's the exercise that's doing it, the added exercise, because I just started walking about a month and a half ago. I started out 3 times a week, 5 to 10 minutes a walk, because I was way out of shape. I haven't gotten any physical activity in probably a decade. I've been sick for a long time, and I don't mean to make excuses. I was sick because I was fat, right? I lost all that weight, and now I'm starting to get healthier, and I'm starting to work out. And by work out, I just mean walking, trying to trim up a little bit, trying to get my muscles non-atrophied again, and it seems to be working. I started out 5 to 10 minutes at a time, 3 to 4 days a week, actually 3 days a week, and I've worked my way up to 3 to 4 days a week, although this week I missed a week. I missed a day this week, got to be honest with you, because of all the traveling and stuff. It's just got overwhelming, but believe me, I've been active. So this week we're back onto the 3 days a week thing, and instead of 5 to 10 minutes this week, we're doing 40, 45 this week. Next week, I'm hoping maybe we can push it up to 60 minutes, you know, get that hour in. There's been some comments suggesting many things, many activities that I should be doing, like lifting, and I'm planning on lifting pretty soon. One thing at a time, you guys. I try to develop my lifestyle changes slowly, right? I bite off little tiny bites and I chew those up and swallow them before I take my next bite. So my little tiny bite this time was getting just the physical activity, the walking part in. A lot of people out there are going to say that's the easy part, so easy. But for guys and gals that have been out of the exercise regime for so long, it's a lot of work, I got to tell you. But you do develop those muscles back quickly. You just got to spend the time doing it and be dedicated. Got to make that walking a habit. We're going to talk about that later today when KH and I go out for a ride in the UTV. But in the meantime, I wanted to say, last week my blood sugar, right? My doctor said if it got above 140, that I needed to go back on a diabetic medicine. 4 months ago, I quit Mounjaro, and it has not gone above 140 on any given week yet. In fact, last week it was 133. So it's like right below there, but not above 140. This week, I'm happy to say it's 128, even lower. And I don't know what the excuse for that is. Maybe it's the exercise that I'm doing. Who knows? I'm not really sure. I'm not going to question things too much on it. I'm just going to go with it. 128, that means I don't have to go back on the diabetic medicine. But it does mean that maybe my exercise is working and maybe I should keep doing that, and I'm going to. This vlog has been very helpful. It's kept me honest. There have been times these last couple of weeks where I haven't felt like going out for those walks. I've woken up and feeling kind of lazy. But because this vlog and because I know that you guys are watching me, I go out and do it. So I appreciate you guys that watch and comment and leave a like. I know you're out there when you do that. And it puts the pressure on me to perform and do what I need to do for me. So it's not just me doing it. I wanted to say thank you to you guys. And if I'm being quiet, it's because my wife's sleeping in today. It's like 8 o'clock or so, and she's still sleeping. Anyway, so we're here for the weight now. So my blood sugar is good, 128 this week. Weight last week was 156.2. I'm hoping that I'm kind of right around there. My goal is to maintain my weight between 155 and 160. If you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know that I got down all the way to 147, you guys. I went from a 40 waist. I could wear a 28 waist if I want to, but I feel most comfortable in 30 waists because they're a little bit loose. I know, it's so crazy, man. 30 waist is loose on me. 40s, we're getting kind of tight there near the end, and I was even thinking about going up to 42 waist, if you can believe it, before I started all this. So, Mounjaro saved my life. I must say thank you very much for that drug, but I must also say that there are people out there that say, Ben, there's no way. Once you cut off Mounjaro, you're going to be gaining that weight right back again, and you won't be able to control your blood sugar through diet and exercise. So far, I'm proving them wrong, right? I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying so far, right? It's been 3 or 4 months now, and I've been doing it. So I'm going to try to continue to do it. You guys watch and see if I can do it. If I can't, then we're going to come up with another plan. If I have to use drugs to maintain, then that's what I'm going to do. But if I can use my diet and exercise and do it on my own, that's what I would prefer, because the less pharmaceuticals in my life, the better, right? I know that they're good for you, but every pharmaceutical, no matter how good it is for you, has a side effect that may not be so good for you. And a lot of these pharmaceuticals, you don't find out until they're like, 20 or 30 years old, some of the side effects that they have that have been hitting your body that you weren't aware of. Anyway, let's get on with the weight. Last week's weight, 156.2. I'm hoping for between 155 and 160. Little tap. Get her zeroed out. $152 today, y'all. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. It's not what I wanted, though. I wanted to be between 155 and 160. Obviously, my diet and my exercise is keeping the weight off of me, so that's working. But I'm flabbergasted that I only weigh 152. You guys, my steak last night was like 2 inches thick. I ate almost the whole thing, and it weighed over a pound. It was a big ribeye. It was delicious. It's the only thing I ate, though. I just can't believe that I'm maintaining the weight. Anyway, there's been other suggestions in my comments section. You guys should read the comments. There's lots of good health suggestions and things like that in there. I obviously can't adopt them all because I've got to try things one at a time to see what works and what doesn't work, because not everything that works for me is going to work for you, and vice versa. Things that work for you may not work for me, but I would really love if you commented below and told me those things so I could try them just in case they do work for me. The comments have been very helpful to me over this past year or so, and I really appreciate it. I get all kinds of great comments. In fact, I posted a picture of me doing the Lincoln pose, the side pose, on my community page of my YouTube channel, and I asked people if they thought maybe I could maybe be the image for the next penny when they design the next penny here in the United States. Instead of Lincoln being on it, maybe me, because I was alluding to the fact that I kind of look like Lincoln with the beard, and one of the comments that I got was shave it off. I get that once in a while. Shit. Now listen, I was in the military for 21 years, and when I got out, I promised I wasn't going to shave again, and I haven't really. I trim it up every once in a while, but I don't really shave. If I didn't trim it up, it would be down to my dicky-doo down there, and we don't want that. Then I'd look like a crazy dude, but some people think I look crazy this way. Anyway, I get distracted, ADHD. You guys, let's go riding.
So I got a video of the sunrise this morning.
Oh, yay.
From about 7:15 to about 7:30, 7:40 or so.
Yeah.
And when I went to pick up the camera, I told the guys I was going to go in and do my weigh-in and my blood test and tell them what my blood glucose average was this week.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way, and then we'd come riding, so they already know what my weight is and what my glucose is.
Yeah.
You haven't yet. You're going to have to wait till the video comes out. That way I make sure I get at least one view.
Oh, okay.
But I told them that we were going to go riding today, and then I wanted to talk about how changing your lifestyle isn't easy. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 or even more tries, like me with alcohol for sure took.
Oh, yeah.
at least a dozen times trying to quit, to finally let it take. And the same with quitting cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I found out after doing all that is the longer you can make it with each successive try, eventually you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like the first time I tried to quit cigarettes, I made it like a day or two.
You were never good at quitting
I
cigarettes.
never was. But
I
the next day, the next time I tried to quit, it'd be like 3 or 4 days that I would quit for before I'd go back to it.
Yeah.
Those times kept getting longer until I got up to about 3 weeks between times, and then that's when I quit.
Yeah. Well,
People say that it takes
21 days.
3 weeks to form a habit.
Yeah.
21 days.
Yep.
So that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's, you know, a lot of people get disappointed in themselves because they fail more than they've succeeded. And I gotta be, you know, you have to tell these people that that's the way things go.
Yeah.
In all things in life, you're gonna fail more than you succeed.
That's right.
You know, unless you're like a unicorn, a lucky unicorn. But most people fail more than they succeed in all things.
Yeah.
And that includes weight loss, and that includes diabetes, glucose, sugar control, blood glucose control.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk a little bit about, to tell people they're not alone with it, you know what I mean?
You know the old saying, try and try and try until you succeed.
Yeah. And get out and take some photos.
Failure's not an option.
Failure's not an option.
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it goes up really high.
This is awesome.
So you guys, I probably forgot to mention that we're in Sand Hollow State Park, Utah. We're on vacation again, we're in the RV. And if you want to follow us on our RV adventures and other stuff, you should go check out KH's channel, Hanging with KH. I'll put the link in the description, and I'll also put a picture of her channel right here so you guys can see it. Anyway, you guys, we'll see you next week for next week's weigh-in. In the meantime, keep on grinding. You can do it.